Hello friends, let us begin. What are the types of companies? So basically, depending upon the basis of incorporation, the companies are formed. First type is of chartered companies. What is a chartered company? Such companies are formed or incorporated under the Royal Charter. Royal Charter is nothing but it is an order which is issued by the king or queen or the head of state. So such companies has exclusive rights, power and privileges under the Royal Charter. So the example of Royal Charter companies is like East India Company, Bank of England. So basically the king or queen orders for the formation of the company, and that companies come into existence is nothing but the Royal Chartered companies. So this is one type of company. Second type of company is statutory companies. Statutory companies are formed under the special act which is passed by the parliament or state legislature. So basically when the parliament comes into existence, where number of MPs they pass a resolution of formation of some specific company, then such companies are called as statutory companies. So these powers which are exercised by such companies are defined by the acts. So basically whatever the act which is passed by the members of the parliament or which is dependent on the act which is passed, so they have got the powers. So basically statutory companies. So example of the statutory companies is Reserve Bank of India, State Bank of India, LIC, that is life insurance company. So these are companies which are nothing but the statutory companies which are actually formed by the resolution which is passed by the member of parliaments. Third type of company is the registered company. This is where many of our companies which common people form, these companies form under the register of companies which is incorporated by Indian Companies Act 1956 under the registered company. So these powers are exercised by such companies are defined by the Companies Act and Memorandum of Association. Whatever memorandum of association and memorandum of registration is done, that time the powers are decided. So registration can be of private limited type or a public limited type. So this is third type. First was of the Royal Charter Company, second was of the statutory company, and third type is basically on the basis of register of companies. So these are three types, and on the basis of the category can also be divided on the basis of companies which are limited by the shares or companies which are limited by the guarantee. So basically these are two types which are limited either by share or either by guarantee. So what are companies which are limited by shares? The liability of the member is limited to the extent of the unpaid value of the shares. So basically here the companies can they can prosecute the members on the basis of the unpaid values of the shares only. So that liability is maximum up to the unpaid value of shares. Such companies are public limited company or private limited company. For example, some board of directors has purchased some shares from the company but have not paid that value which the shares are given. For example, if I am the director of the company and I have purchased 100 shares from the company but I have not paid the value of that 100 shares, so the liability towards me as a part of director of the company is up till only till I pay the amount of that shares, not to my property. So basically the companies which are limited by shares. So these are public limited company and private limited company. So basically these categories come under this. Now what are the companies limited by guarantee? Here the word guarantee is being used, means someone is taking some guarantee. So the member guarantees to pay fixed sum of amount specified by the memorandum at the time of liquidation. For example, if the companies go in losses, say for example a company like Kingfisher went in losses, people went in losses, but if that company was formed by some guarantee, that the board of directors give that guarantee that if the company goes in loss, then we will give out will give that money from our own guarantee, that will give money from our own personal property at the time of liquidation of company. Such companies are formed without a share capital for non-trading or non-profit purpose. Basically it depends on entrance and subscription fees, and they do not have a share capital. Basically this type of companies don't have share capital. These are formed without the share capital, and basically they are for non-profit purpose. So these companies are for the non-profit purpose. And third type is unlimited companies. Unlimited companies, here the liabilities of the members are unlimited. At the event of winding up of the company, the private property of member can be used to pay the debts of the firm. Here this is very important factor. When the company goes in losses, the private property of the member, for example, I am the board of director of the company, but I have got my house, my house will be seized if the company is liable to pay some debt to the bank or to some creditors. So this is unlimited company. Due to high risk involved, such companies are not being found in India. So basically this type of companies are not formed in India. So basically on the basis of membership only, on the basis of membership this category is also there. On the private limited company, which is private limited company, it limits maximum member up to 50. From 2 to 50 maximum members can take place. That is of private limited company. So on the basis of membership. So there are some restrictions also that will be looking how the private limited company is formed and public limited is formed in the upcoming slides. Thank you.